right, here we are at the Badlands National Park. I got the POTA mobile all set up. Here's my antenna. You've seen this before. I got the tripod set up on the little Buddy Stick Pro antenna mount with a chameleon of 17 foot width and a what is that, one radial that I tuned for 20 meters, and it's going into my Jeep Mobile there. So it's about 95 degrees out, so I'm going to operate indoors, and I'm going to give you guys a rear look on the inside. So I'm going to operate on the inside, but I'm going to take you guys upstairs. So normally I work here. Here, let me widen the camera out here. That's as wide as it goes. So normally I sit back here and operate, put the camera on my box. That there is the box that my 7300 is in. That's my Go box, and this is just a whole bunch of spare antenna stuff. And then sometimes I work in the front seat, put my 7300 on the passenger seat. But today I'm gonna be working with my 705 upstairs. So let me crawl in. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. And here we go. And all right. I'm trying to widen the camera out a little bit. And here we are upstairs. All right, I'm gonna stop the camera and then widen the lens out. All right, so here I am upstairs. Give you a view. There's my 705 go bag. And here's my sleeping quarters. Let me hop up in the back. Give you an idea of where I... Okay, let me back up all the way here. Give you an idea of what it looks like back here. And there it is downstairs. There's my 7300, my Go box, my antenna stuff, driver's seat, passenger seat, center console. And then that's normally where the rear passenger seat goes, and the rear passenger door. And then I'm upstairs. So I enter my sleeping quarters from inside the vehicle. And then here's my sleeping quarters. So let me show you my my 705 go bag here. First things first, because this is a go bag, right in here I have my Kenwood 74D, in case I have a couple people with me. That's my little HT, which I carry with me. And then of course here's the rubber duck for it. Oh, what else I have in here is a set of paddles. Now, I'm not a CW guy, but I'm learning how to do CW, so here's here's a quick paddle. Eventually I'll learn how to do that. I'm kind of learning as I go. So in the top compartment, I have a antenna analyzer. The what do they call those things? Here, I'll show you. This is actually an electric toothbrush case. And it is a Rig Expert Pro. So, and that's, I keep that in an electric toothbrush case. Now, you can't fit it in this particular case with the connector on it. So, in the top case, when you open it up, in the top, I have all the adapters, the charging cable, the other adapter, as well as the instruction manual. So this top pouch is dedicated to the antenna analyzer. Now mind you, this bag is set up strictly as a field bag for POTA work or SOTA work or what have you. So okay, so oops, let me get this strap out of the way. Okay, so opening up, I shouldn't have turned it around, sorry guys. So over here I have my 705 that's in the POV case. That's all set up, all protected in the top and bottom mount. So with the plastic case in the front, we're gonna set this aside. I'm gonna put this over here. This here's thermos with just water here. And then inside here, I have a 12 amp hour BioNO battery, which in this particular bag fits perfectly. So it's a 12 amp hour battery, which will feed this radio for a good 12 hours easily. And then this foam insert, all I did is repurpose the foam that the battery itself was packaged in. So I just wrapped that up, and then I put the radio right on top, close it all up, and it fits perfectly inside this bag. No customization needed. And then I just fashioned a cord attached here. I'll take this whole thing out for you guys. And then I just fashioned a cord with power poles to the end of the battery itself. And then here's where you charge it. And that's it. So, and then the cord simply wraps around the battery long enough so if I wanted to, I can take the cord and move the radio away from the bag. So I'll put all this stuff in the bag later. And then inside here is the AH705, and that also fits perfectly in the bag. So put the battery in there, put the foam around it. Kind of hard to do this with one hand, as you can imagine. The cord wraps around the battery. The radio fits on top of that. And this whole thing, and it all fits perfectly inside the bag. So kind of get the idea. And as you guys know, this antenna tuner works absolutely splendid. I've heard guys actually attaching a kitchen fork. Not that it'll work very well, but they can attach a kitchen fork to the end of this thing and it'll tune it up. So that's actually a fantastic tuner. So moving on to the bag. This particular bag only comes with this part. I just added a couple of molly pouches to the side just for some extra accessories. On this side I have a couple of end-fed antennas. These are 2-pack antennas. One is tuned for 20 and the other is tuned for 40. I suppose I could have made a linked dipole, but it's a lot easier, I guess, just to string one up for 20, another one for 40, and be done with it. So here's just another power cord. And then here is a spark plug antenna that I still have to tune. And then I have here is another K6 ARK antenna that I have for 40 meters. And then here's one for 80 meters, K6 ARK that I have for 40 meters, or 80 meters rather, that I have to add a wire to. That's for future projects. So here's my antennas, and then here's just a dummy load here, which for future playing around, I guess. And then on this side here, I have just some coax for these antennas and some extra short adapters. Moving to this side, of course, I have the rubber duckies for my 74 and for the 705. Here's a flashlight. You always need a flashlight for working at night. Never leave home without one. Okay, what do we have on this side? Okay, extra battery. That's the original battery that came with the 705. And then on the back, I have the high capacity battery, which I bought extra. Okay, here's the microphone. That's the microphone I have for the 705. And then I have, here's another mod that I did. Okay, here is the AD1HT, which I modified. I cut the little I cut the PTT off the end and added a 1/8 inch socket to it, so I can therefore add a PTT to it. So I bought a PTT, and then therefore I can add a PTT to it, and then the headphone jack. So this actually makes a lot more sense than that goofy short push to talk that comes with this goofy adapter. So I have all that set up. And then I have this adapter. So it's an 1/8 inch jack to a 1/4 inch jack, so I can use my Heil PTT that I have for my 705. Okay, so going on this side, I have my Buddy Pole Power Mini, which I use to charge my Bioenno battery from my solar panel. I have a charging cord for my HT, for my Kenwood 74, so I can charge that off of the Bioenno battery through the Buddy Pole, because it has a load output here. So I can charge my HT, and then I have my trusty old Japanese duplexer that I carry with me as well. And then, of course, here's my PowerWorks user manual. And that's all for my go bag. So here, my entire go bag. So this is kind of my quick go bag, my 705 go bag. So I can grab this bag, and I have end-fed half waves for both 20 and 40, my HT, so I can get on 2 meters, 440 with my 705 as well as my HT, and pretty much get on the air no matter where I go or do a quick POTA activation. So let me put this all back in the bag, and we'll get on the air and activate the park. Okay, I never activated QRP before, so we'll see what happens. Here, let me spot myself. And go from there. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Whiskey 9 India. Call in frequency in use. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. Whiskey 9 India. Calling Parks on the Air from Badlands National Park, Kilo 0005, South Dakota. Calling Parks on the Air.
Kilo Echo 7, Mike Juliet Romeo.
Kilo Echo 7, Mike Juliet Romeo. QSL.
Roger that. You are 5-9 into Portland, Oregon. QSL.
Roger the 5-9 into Portland, Oregon. You're 5-9 into South Dakota. QSL.
Kilo India 4, Juliet Alpha Victor.
Kilo India 4, Juliet Alpha Victor. You're 5-5 here into South Dakota. Roger the 5-3 into Tennessee. I'll take it. You have a great day, ma'am. 73. QRZ for Badlands National Park, South Dakota. Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air. Was it Kilo 0, Mike?
Callers Whiskey 0, W0, Mike, and you're 5-5, 55 in Houston, Texas, QSL.
Roger the 5-5 into Houston, Texas. Let me confirm the call. Whiskey 0, Mike, correct? And you're also a 5-5 into South Dakota.
QSL 73, thank you.
Roger that. 73 QRZ.
Kilo 7 Golf Delta Romeo.
Kilo 7 Golf Delta Romeo. I have you a 55 here in South Dakota.
I copy the 55. I have you 57 into Central Oregon. Thanks for the activation.
Roger that. 57 into Oregon. We'll take that. How's my signal sound there? I'm running 10 watts into just a stainless steel whip sticking out of a tripod.
Good. There's a little bit of QSB, but you're sounding really good. Thanks for being there today in 73, sir.
73. Thanks for the call. QRZ. Whiskey 7 Sierra Papa Uniform. You're a 5'9" here into South Dakota.
Actually, it was Whiskey 7 Sierra Papa Kilowatt. QSL?
Thanks for the correction. Whiskey 7 Sierra Papa Kilowatt. You're out 5'9" here in South Dakota, sir.
Roger, yeah, you are just above the noise floor there. I would say you're probably about a 5'5" here in Washington State.
Roger the 5'5" into Washington State. I'll take it. I'm running 10 watts in my 705. First time activating QRP, so I guess we're doing good.
Very cool, man. Yeah, love the QRP. Thanks for the activation. I'll go ahead and spot you here in the on the POTA page. 73s. Thank you very much. W7SPK.
Thank you very much. QRZ?
Kilo India 5 Yankee Oscar, sir.
Kilo India 5 Yankee Oscar. I have you a 5'5" into South Dakota.
QSL, I have you 5'3" into Louisiana. Lena Alpha.
Roger the 5'3". I got you in the log, sir. Thanks for the call.
QSL 73.
Okay, we got 11 in the log, so we're official. We'll get 2 or 3 more just to make sure we got a couple. I like to get a couple just in case we get some dupes or I transpose a call or something. I always like to get 13 or 14 just for good measure.
Kilo 6 Foxtrot Romeo Juliet.
Kilo 6 Foxtrot Romeo Juliet. You're a 5'9" into South Dakota. South Dakota, Badlands National Park.
Thank you for the 5'9". You're a 5'7" over here into Eastern California.
Roger the 5'7" into California. Thanks for the call, sir.
Thank you, 73. Kilo 7 Kilo Hotel Quebec.
Kilo 7 Kilo Hotel Quebec. You're 5'9" here into South Dakota.
QSL on the 5'9", you're a 5'6" into Northern Idaho. I want to confirm your call sign is Whiskey 9 India.
That's QSL, Whiskey 9 India.
73, thanks for the contact and good luck on your activation.
Roger that. Thank you very much. All right. So, let's see. We got 13 in the log on 10 watts. So I would take it. That's a success. So that's the first time I activated a park on QRP. And that's awesome. So that's the first log I'm going to upload today, and then we'll pull out the 7300 tonight after Zero Zulu for day number 2 at this park. So we'll activate it a second time, and then that's when I'm going to pull out that bad boy. That's my seat pad. But I'm going to pull out that bad boy and bring that up here and set that up here and see if we can get a little bit of a pile up going. And it'll be a little cooler, but here's all the traffic coming by. But see if it gets a little cooler here and when the sun goes down. and it'll be a little easier to operate. But just to give you an idea, it's 98 degrees out here, so I got the good old fan going and make it a little easier. But being outside in the shade is no easier. It's actually cooler in here than it is outside. So we got 13 in the log, we got the park activated, and first time on QRP, so I'm really happy about that. So we'll be back, and when we get the 7300 up here, and we'll go from there. We'll see you in a little bit.